We all know that men past is shady, but this is a whole new level. Jasmine Bleu just dropped a bombshell about me, and Yandy is not okay. So buckle up because this isn't a drill. This is reality TV chaos at its peak. Yandy Smith, the fearless, unbreakable queen, just discovered that Ems Harris, the man she supported through everything, has been creeping around with Jasmine Bleu. And when I say the receipts are a mess, I mean an absolute disaster. Jasmine, oh, she's not just talking. She's bringing facts, details, and tears, and Yandy is crying more than ever before. The internet is going crazy, and fans are shocked. But what exactly did, if you've been following the drama? You know that Jasmine and Maisie have a history filled with rumors, accusations, and scandal. However, this time it's not just whispers because Jasmine just put everything on blast. When did Yandy find out? Let's just say it was game over. The real question is, can Maisie even return from the strapping? The scam is about to take some wild turns. This isn't just another messy love triangle. It's bigger, messier, and more devastating than anything we've ever seen. It all began when Jasmine went live. Nowadays, people go live all the time to talk to fans, drop hints, and maybe cause some drama. But this time, Jasmine wasn't being mean. She had facts and receipts, and the story she told left everyone in shock right away. She said, "Y'all are going to hate me for this, but I don't even care anymore. I'm done staying quiet," and boom, just like that. She took a deep breath, looked directly into the camera, and said, "Mies has been lying to all of us." The comments went crazy. "Girl, what? Spill it? It means not another dirty mess." And then she revealed the truth, sneaking behind Yandy's back once more. But wait, this isn't just a little side flirtation or DMIs gone wrong. No, this wasn't a one-time thing. For days, Mendeecees had been secretly contacting Jasmine, telling her that if he could go back in time, he would have chosen her. Saying that he felt stuck and miserable with Yandy. Yes, y'all, that's what he said. And when did Yandy find out? Hell broke out. At first, Yandy remained silent, and fans were tagging her everywhere, waiting for her response. But nothing. You know, Yandy isn't the type to keep quiet. But a few hours later, she returned online, and let me tell you, she looked like she had just fought. The drama is far from over. So if you want the latest on the biggest scandals, the wildest celebrity drama, and all the behind-the-scenes drama, turn on your notifications right now. The hardest battle of her life, swollen eyes, smudged makeup that people get after crying for hours. And the first thing she said, "I don't even have words right now," was all we needed to hear because this wasn't just some silly rumor. This was real, and it's far from over. Yandy should finally leave me alone. Hit the like button. If you think this mess isn't over, watch our next video because it's only the beginning. Instead of just sitting back and crying, Yandy took immediate action after seeing those messages. Picture this scene from the straight-up movie. Yandy storms in, her hands shaking. Her phone so tight that it might shatter, and then she slams the door shut with explosive energy. Without saying a word, she throws her phone on the table, and they're staring M dead in the face. Jasmine's messages are there. The man's entire body shifts. And the first thing he says is, "You're really going to trust her over me, baby?" Oh, and he didn't. It's gaslighting 101. But Yandy, she's different. "I'm not a fool. Don't even try to play games with me." Mendeecees shifts in his chair, looking everywhere but at her. His eyes dart around as if he's looking for a way out. But guess what? There is one. Then, suddenly, Yandy takes out another phone. Ladies, you already know that if a woman has two phones, a man's entire life is about to end. She presses play on a voicemail, and the room is filled with silence. "I miss you, Jasmine. I think about you constantly. I just want to make things right." The tension is unbearable. He jumps for the phone, shocked to the point of complete panic. But Yandy is already ahead of him. She grabs his hand and locks eyes with him. "Oh, you care about the phone, but you weren't expecting to be caught sending these messages, huh?" she says. But instead of taking the L like a man, he tries to flip the script. "You don't even see me anymore." And you're always assuming the worst after everything I've done for this family. Big mistake. You remember your family, but you're out here telling another woman you wish you had chosen her. No more excuses left. No more lies to tell. Yandy snaps. Years of loyalty were thrown away as if it meant nothing, and M just sat there defeated, humiliated, and done. Listen, when a woman stops being angry and all that's left is pain, you know it's really over? But this was only the beginning, because what's going to happen next? Baby is going to get way messier. Yandy stormed out of the studio, her heart pounding, because she had just heard that everything was too much. The betrayal, the shame, and the fact that she had given up everything for nothing. She gripped the steering wheel, her eyes blurred with tears, but she wasn't going to break down just yet. Her mind was racing. When her phone rang, she took a deep breath and answered. "Girl, what the hell is going on?" Yandy said. "I don't even know why I confronted him, and he couldn't even lie. He just sat there silent, Kimball aside. But this is bad. Jasmine is out here dropping receipts like they're Black Friday receipts." Yandy's stomach dropped at girl voice memos, screenshots, and pictures. Yandy whispered, barely breathing, "Yeah. And listen, these aren't old. They look fresh and brand new." And a moment later, the photos appeared with shaking hands. Jasmine lay up on Mendeecees in a hotel bed, without a shirt. And, in another picture, the two of them were sipping wine at a fancy restaurant. However, the worst part of every single picture was when Mendeecees was smiling and her voice cracked, saying, "I can't do this, Camilla. I can't defend him anymore." Cambella's voice was steady. "You don't have to, Yandy. This man has played you too many times, and now the entire world is watching." That's when she realized that this wasn't just about some man cheating. It was Yandy Smith, a woman who was admired by other women, trusted, and who built her legacy. Now Mendeecees was dragging it through the dirt, and Yandy wiped her tears in her jaw. He tightened his fists and said, "I won't make myself look foolish today." Meanwhile, Maisie panicked. His phone was exploding with notifications, and his name was trending for all the wrong reasons. He had to shut this down quickly, so he called Jasmine, who answered right away. "You need to clean this up," he said, and she laughed. "Oh, now you want to act tough," she teased. "But you're the one who kept crawling back to me. You made promises, EMS, but I just told the truth." His voice sharpened. "That wasn't meant for the public." Jasmine smirked. "And you still did it? If you don't fix this?" "I swear," Jasmine said. "And just so you know, I haven't dropped everything yet." Jasmine wasn't playing around. She wanted blood back at home. Yandy was done waiting, and she knew that I would try to twist the story, so she grabbed her phone and hit Geo Live. Thousands of comments flooded in, and she said, "We got you, Yandy. Leave him. Stay strong, sis, and pray for you." Yandy took a deep breath before speaking. "I wasn't even going to address this," she said, "but I see what's happening, and I refuse to let anyone make me look foolish." The chat went crazy. And she went on, "I think we're solid, but today I saw something that broke me, and it hurts. But let me be clear, I am strong, and I will get through this." The story changed. Yandy was no longer the betrayed woman. She was regaining her power. Meanwhile, I watched the live stream in silence. His hands clenched around his phone as he realized he had to do something without thinking. He called Yandy, and her phone lit up with his name. Before she could decide, another notification appeared. Jasmine had just dropped another bombshell. And this time, everything would change. A video. The internet crashed in the video, and Jasmine sat in front of the camera, her expression serious. She took a deep breath. "I didn't want to say this, but since everyone was talking, I'm going to tell you the whole truth." Now that the tension was at an all-time high, she took a deep breath and realized that Mendeecees hadn't just talked about leaving Yandy. He had already planned it, telling me that he was moving his money around to start over. You know what she added? Yandy didn't know what was coming, and the world's fans were shocked. Did Yandy really not know that Mendeecees had been planning this from the beginning? The comments went crazy. "Oh, this one got M's going crazy." Yandy ran as Jasmine dropped more receipts, and that's when she realized that this was a whole new level of betrayal. She had to decide whether to fight for this relationship or to end it forever. She gave her phone one last look. And then she turned off because everyone in the world, including men, was waiting for her next move. The room was tense, and after discovering the shocking truth about men, Candy's heart pounded as she went through all of the messages. Every single text confirmed her worst fears that Mendeecees had been lying to her face, and that this wasn't just a fling, but deep. Meanwhile, social media was in flames, with supporters divided. Some rode for Yandy, calling me a serial liar who never changed, while others believed there was more to the story. With each new detail, the internet was trending. Hashtag justice for Yandy. Hashtag M, single quotes as exposed. And Jasmine Bleu. The internet was in ruins the first time, but Yandy wasn't crying anymore. She wasn't just hurt, she was furious. This wasn't about a single woman. It was about years of loyalty, struggle, and sacrifice from Mendeecees. And now it all felt like a cruel joke. She had held him down during his toughest times and stayed loyal while he was in prison. And now Jasmine was out here acting like she was the victim enough. Blue was enjoying the attention as the world debated her by posting cryptic Instagram messages to make it seem like men had been chasing her instead. Called one of her closest friends and said, "I have to correct the record." The interview was set up, and Yandy refused to let Jasmine or Mendeecees control the story. Yandy didn't hold back when the interview aired. She revealed that she had seen the warning signs months earlier. But she had decided to trust Mendeecees. Looking back, everything made sense, including the excuses and her constantly busy schedule. Then, in the final blow, Yandy pulled out the receipts, screenshots, and texts that were black and white proof that men had been seeing Jasmine Bleu behind her back while posing as a loving husband. The world watched in shock. Was there no way out of the Mendeecees? But wait, there's more. The internet went crazy when it was revealed that Mendeecees had allegedly told Jasmine that he was ready to leave Yandy because he was done with him. Once a cheater, always a cheater. M's been shady. Jasmine truly believes she wants something, sis, and you're just next on the list. Meanwhile, Mendeecees was too quiet, and his silence made everything worse. Was he trying to control the situation? Then, after days of silence, Mendeecees finally broke his silence on Instagram. He looked exhausted, the weight of a scandal written all over his face. He played the victim, saying that he and Yandy had been apart for months and that Jasmine understood him. Then he dared to suggest that Yandy was making this public for attention, which was the last straw. Yandy took to her own platform, saying, "I don't need sympathy. I need the truth. And if you can't give it to me, we have nothing else to talk about." Just when things couldn't get any worse. Jasmine Bleu felt brave and boldly dropped the so-called final receipts along with more screenshots and messages. He told her that he was ready to move on, saying that he was done with Yandy. The public erupted, convinced that this marriage was over, and Yandy's supporters demanded that he publicly step down. The situation was a complete mess, and the fallout was just getting started. Would Yandy finally walk away for good? Would Mendeecees try to win her back? And what about Jasmine Bleu now that everyone was watching her? Time would tell. But one thing was certain. This scandal was far from over. And that brings this crazy story to an end for the time being. However, is there more drama ahead, or is this it? Will Yandy finally leave Mendeecees for good, or will we see a shocking reconciliation? And most importantly, is Jasmine Bleu telling the truth? Or is she just playing the game? What do you think? Leave a comment if you think this was always the case, or if there is more to the story. If you think this was crazy, trust me, the drama in love and hip-hop never ends. If you want to be informed about the biggest scandals, the most shocking revelations, and the real behind the scenes, hit the subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. If you think Yandy should finally take a chance on herself, hit the like button. If you know that this drama isn't over yet, watch our next video because I promise you it will get even more bizarre.